Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really digging into something that, well, I suspect is on a lot of your minds, especially if you're maybe thinking about a new career path, like coaching, for instance. We heard from Kyra, who's got 15 years in supply chain, impressive background, but she's facing this real dilemma. She's asking, with all this AI buzz, am I already too late to get into coaching? Is there even going to be space for human coaches? Or is AI just taking over? A big question, a really critical one. And the sources we looked at offer some maybe surprising clarity.
It's a completely valid question, absolutely critical, actually.
Mm.
I mean, anyone thinking about investing their time, their money, their, emotional energy into becoming a coach right now
Mm.
has asked this. And what's really fascinating, like you said, is that the answer, well, it might not be what people immediately jump to.
Okay, so let's unpack this then. For Kyra and for everyone listening who's maybe in a similar spot, our sources are basically saying, look, you're not late. Far from it. It sounds like you might actually be arriving at kind of the perfect moment for what they're calling a hybrid era of coaching. So this hybrid era, what does that actually mean in practice?
Right. So you've got these generative AI tools, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, you name it. And yeah, they can simulate coaching conversations pretty fast. They're good with structure. They can draft summaries, maybe even generate some content ideas. But here's the key thing, the real insight. AI isn't there to replace the coach. It's there to support the coach.
Support, not replace. Okay.
Exactly. Because AI, well, it
Mhm.
can't hold a really meaningful silence when that's what's needed. And it doesn't have a personal story. It doesn't have that lived experience that builds real connection and trust.
Okay. So the human stuff, the things that make us human. So coaches like Kyra, with her unique background in supply chain, bring that vital context, maybe creativity, and definitely that connection, especially when things get complex, right?
Mm,
Leadership issues, big emotions, navigating change.
Precisely. That's where the human element becomes even more valuable, not less.
Okay, so if you're Kyra or anyone listening and you're thinking, all right, how do I actually do this? How do I navigate this hybrid world?
Hmm.
Our sources lay out a pretty clear three-step roadmap.
Yeah, it's quite practical. First step, build AI literacy. And this isn't just about knowing, how to prompt ChatGPT. It's deeper. It's understanding how these tools work, their limits, and really importantly, the ethics around them. Things like reading up on the ICF's 2024 AI coaching standards that covers data privacy, client consent. It's essential stuff. Foundational, really.
Got it. So know the tech, but also know the rules of the road, ethically speaking. That makes sense. What's step two?
Step two is use AI as your assistant. Think of it like having a super efficient, quiet intern. You can use it for the admin stuff, scheduling, maybe drafting follow-up notes, helping with session prep, or even brainstorming reflection questions based on, say, a client's journal entry you feed it. It handles the busy work, so your energy, your wisdom, stays focused on that deep human-to-human work. It supports you. It doesn't replace your core coaching skills.
Okay, like offloading some cognitive load so you can be more present.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which leads perfectly into the third step, which is maybe the most important one.
Right. What is it?
Grow the skills. AI can't imitate. This is your unique selling proposition, really. Your empathy, your ability to truly listen, not just hear words. Holding that powerful silence, your intuition, that knack for asking the question that just shifts everything for a client. These are the things you can download or program. In a world getting more automated, your genuine human presence. That becomes your premium offering.
That's powerful. But it does bring up a really practical question, especially for someone like Kyra facing a big decision. If AI can do a lot of the, let's say, structural parts, why bother investing all that time, money, and emotion in getting certified, in going through rigorous coach training?
That is such a vital point, and the answer is critical for anyone considering that investment. Certification, the deep training. It isn't about trying to beat AI at its own game. It's about becoming the kind of coach AI can never be. You train to build genuine presence, not just follow a process map. You get certified to build credibility, especially if you want to work with leaders or organizations. They often require that formal credentialing. And you practice constantly because coaching isn't about reading a script. It's a dynamic relationship.
So it's not AI versus human, it's more like AI plus a highly skilled human.
Exactly. Think about it like a flight simulator versus a trained pilot. The simulator, the AI, it's incredibly useful for practice, for data, for structure. But you, the trained, certified coach, you're the pilot who navigates the actual weather, the turbulence, the complex human journey. You're essential.
Okay, so wrapping this up then, what's the big takeaway for Kyra? and for everyone listening.
The future of coaching is definitely looking hybrid, no doubt about it. But the human element, it's not just surviving, it's becoming more central, more valuable.
So it's about leaning into your unique human strengths.
Precisely. And if you zoom out even further, look at the bigger picture. The real lesson here might be that technology, instead of making human connection obsolete, actually highlights just how essential it is. The more automated things get, maybe the more we crave that authentic, empathetic human guidance.
Which leaves us all with a question to think about, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. What unique human skill do you possess in whatever field you're in that AI can never truly replicate? And how can you lean into that? How can you make that your own premium offering in this evolving world? And that's really what we want to help you understand in these deep dives, the reality beyond the hype. And for those of you listening, maybe like our host, you're curious, maybe you're already certified but feel a bit stuck, we're definitely going to explore more. We'll look at what kinds of coaching actually pay well. Can you start this without quitting your job? And we'll bust some common myths too.
Because your journey, whatever path you're exploring, really deserves clarity, not confusion. Thanks so much for joining us on the deep dive.